show the teachers in our area how much we appreciate them.
Coming up on NC1 Today, a new poll this morning shows that Donald Trump's numbers are slipping, and he's talking about what it would take to call it quits. Tracy Potts is in Washington this morning with the details. Then, local Red Cross officials are kicking off National Fire Preparedness Month. That's why local organizations are making efforts to keep our communities safe. Erica Horvatine has the story. And Monica Davis joins us live in studio this morning telling us about a cutting-edge sport. More on the local fencing club. Monday, October 5th, 2015.
You're watching NC1 Today with Anya Mueller, meteorologist Louis George, and Monica Davis.
And good Monday morning, everyone. A live look outside there of Rapid City. I'm Anya Mueller.
I'm Louis George. A beautiful sight there, seeing the lights of Rapid City. Starting the sun to come up just a little bit later each and every morning. Those nights getting a little bit longer as well.
And you said it's supposed to be foggy this morning?
A little bit of fog. Could see a little bit of fog out there.
It's going to peel out, though, pretty early.
It'll peel out. We'll see some clouds this morning. But, Anya, man, the weekend, where does it go?
I don't know.
Where does it go? I mean, honestly, on Friday, you're like, all right, Friday, you're ready. It's like, oh, we got the weekend. I got Saturday. I got Sunday. Next thing you know, those just passed.
What just happened?
Yeah.
It was a little foggy yesterday. We went through the canyon yesterday, but it didn't take away anything from the beauty of the canyon, though.
A lot of time when you have the fogs over top of the mountain.
Kind of gives like a mysterious feel to it.
Yeah. How's the weekend, though? Did you have a good one?
It was good, yeah. Good. Despite the little bit of the dreary weather.
A little bit dreary, a little bit foggy, just cloudy overhead. But you know what? A lot of weekends, they're good. I feel like they're good sometimes because you kind of stay inside, you relax, you don't feel like you need to really do anything.
No pressure to do much.
Exactly. We're going to start to clear out the skies, though, at least later on this afternoon, which will be nice. Yesterday, though, we saw another cool day. 53 degrees was our high in Rapid City as we pull up that weather almanac. And it was some cloud and that temperature that is going to be below normal right there. So 67 is where we should be at. Really, we saw the entire weekend temperatures only in the 50s. Low temperature of 48 really didn't see much change as far as temperature goes. And then we did pick up 2/100ths of an inch of rain at the Rapid City Regional Airport. So just some light rain was falling. The current temperatures, looking at them mostly in the 40s this morning. 40 in Deadwood, 46 Rapid City, 45 Spearfish, 49 waking up this morning at the Rapid City Regional Airport. Then we're a little bit warmer as we head east of the hills, 54 in Phillip, 50 in Interior. Now the radar is showing most of those showers have pushed out. So this morning we're going to see cloudy skies overhead. However, by this afternoon, we're going to start to see mostly sunny to partly sunny skies, so actually see the sunshine for the first time in a couple days. We also do have a little bit of fog to talk about this morning. Just a half-a-mile visibility in Custer, just 4 miles in Spearfish, 5-mile visibility in Hewlett. Now, we're looking at clear skies, or at least no fog at Rapid City and at Ellsworth. We could see a little bit of fog begin pushing into the Rapid City Regional Airport later on this morning. We'll clear it out, though, as we get into the afternoon, as that sunshine begins to warm things up. 53 by 9 a.m., 61 by noon, 63 by 3 p.m. Winds light out of the east, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour, with that slow clearing as we move throughout the day. Now, we will take a look at what happened in the East Coast over the weekend. A lot of flooding. We'll take a closer look at that here in just a minute. But until then, Anya.
All right, thank you, Louis. And there is a new poll this morning that shows Donald Trump's numbers are slipping, and he's talking about what it would take to call it quits. Tracy Potts is in Washington this morning with that, plus who's making headlines on gun control today.
Whether it's Donald Trump promising 7% growth, something the U.S. has never seen, and suggesting more guns may have prevented the Oregon school massacre.
If there were guns in that room other than his, fewer people would have died, fewer people would have been so horribly injured.
On the Middle East.
If Saddam and Gaddafi, do you think things would be more stable?
Of course it would be.
And on when he'd end his own campaign.
If I was dropping in the polls where I saw that I wasn't going to win, why would I continue?
His numbers are going down in Iowa. Our new NBC Wall Street Journal Marist poll still has him on top there, and in New Hampshire, with Carly Fiorina now a strong second in the Granite State.
We must take our government back.
Bernie Sanders leads Democrats there. It's the opposite in Iowa. Hillary Clinton's ahead.
Hi, I'm Hillary Rodham Clinton.
She got some laughs on Saturday Night Live this weekend.
Donald Trump? Isn't he the one that's like, you're all losers?
But later this morning in an interview and town hall on the Today Show, a more serious tone. Clinton's unveiling her plan to close the gun show loophole without Congress. She also plans to push to roll back a law that prevents victims from suing gun manufacturers. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
Thank you, Tracy. And elsewhere in Washington, the Supreme Court gets back to work with the start of its new term today. The nation's highest court typically reviews 70 to 80 cases per term. Justices will decide whether to take up 2 cases from Texas, one covering facilities and medical privileges for clinics and doctors providing abortions. Opponents say it's intended to limit access to abortions. The other has to do with affirmative action in college administrations. The court is also likely to consider a challenge to birth control mandate in the Affordable Care Act. And the National Guard has been called in as deadly flooding continues across the Carolinas this morning. The water reaching historic levels from the coast through the foothills and forcing thousands to scramble to higher ground. One of the hardest hit areas has been Columbia, South Carolina, and that's where Jay Gray is this morning with the latest. Jay?
Good morning. There's a dawn to dusk curfew and a state of emergency in place here right now. In fact, there's been so much water so fast that many of the flood gauges along the Congaree River behind me have either been damaged or washed away, but you don't need a gauge to know the water here is still rising. Floodwaters continue to rush across the Carolinas, running through or over everything in their path.
Cars are submerged. Cars washed up against the porch and everything. Never seen anything like it.
In many areas, there's never been anything like this. Rain for 3 days straight, at times more than 2 inches an hour.
The rising water has collapsed bridges, overcome dams, and destroyed roads. Whole neighborhoods have found themselves underwater, and precious lives have been lost.
At least 5 people have died as a result of the storms. Hundreds more.
The house is flooding and they can't stop it. Requesting sandbags or assistance.
Pushed from their homes by a relentless current and rising waters.
We have lost everything. What I got on my body is what we have. Pretty much everybody down that hill there has lost everything this morning. Our vehicles, our clothes, our everything.
As many scramble to higher ground, forecasters say at some point today the rain should finally begin to ease. But first responders and officials warn the problems will not.
This challenge is not over, and the danger to life and property does not end when the rain stops.
Still, it will be a welcome sign for so many anxious for the recovery to begin here. The Congaree River is already above flood level in many areas, and even though the rain has stopped for now, the water is still rising. In fact, a flood warning for the river has been extended through Tuesday evening here. In Columbia, South Carolina, I'm Jay Gray. Now back to you.
Thank you, Jay. And coming up on News Center 1 today, a memorial begins today for late Governor Walter Dale Miller. In a moment, we'll hear from Governor Dennis Daugaard on Miller's legacy. Stay with us.
Sample what South Dakota has to offer in one culture-rich event. Join us on Saturday, October 10th in downtown Rapid City for Made in South Dakota. Event co-sponsors, Hungry for Truth and South Dakota State University. Taste local delicacies like rattlesnake or buffalo, ride a covered wagon, and experience local outdoor activities. Bring the whole family to the Regional Health Kids Zone and enjoy live music. Don't miss Made in South Dakota in downtown Rapid City on Saturday, October 10th. For more information on this free event, visit MainStreetSquareRC.com.
If you're looking to upgrade to a better night's sleep, look no further than Denver Mattress. Now through Thursday, save big on our Factory Direct Special Summit Queen mattress, just $199. And for a limited time, when you purchase any of the Serta I-Series or Comfort sleep sets, you will receive a free fitness band, plus 4 years interest-free. Quality, service, selection, and value. Why shop anywhere else? Better tomorrows start tonight at Denver Mattress, your adjustable bed headquarters.
And welcome back to News Center 1 Today, everybody. So we just saw that story on just the massive flooding that's been going on really in the Carolinas, South Carolina, and North Carolina, but most of it has been along the coast of South Carolina. Now, there were a couple of factors that actually played into this. One of this was Hurricane Joaquin. Now, even though it was several hundred miles offshore the track of it, at one point it was a Category 4, so a very strong storm, a very big storm. Now, winds flow in a counterclockwise circulation around a hurricane. So what that was doing is bring all this moisture, all this wind, and moving it right on shore. So that was one factor that played into bringing all the flooding. Another one was this low pressure system along with the stationary front. Now that hasn't moved really over the past 3 days. It's just really sat there. So as the winds and the moisture hit this front along with that upper level low, it just continued to drop rain right along the South Carolina and North Carolina coast. Even getting inland though, they saw places anywhere from 5 to 6 inches of rain in the western part of the Carolinas. Now, it is looking like it's going to start to clear up. That front's going to move off to the east later on today, so they'll eventually see some sunshine. But like Jay Gray was just saying, the water levels are going to continue to rise, and that flash flood warning has been in effect until tomorrow evening. Now, just some of the rainfall totals. Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, over 24 inches of rain. Charleston, over 16. Myrtle Beach, over 13. And Columbia, over 11 inches. Now, just to kind of give you an idea how much precipitation that actually is, a good measurement of rain in the air to snow is about 1 inch of rain to every 10 inches of snow. So in Mount Pleasant, if this had fallen as snow, that would be over 240 inches of snow, or over 20 feet of snow. Charleston, over 160 inches. Now again, so that just gives you a kind of an idea of just how much rain actually fell there over the weekend. And then kind of to add insult to injury, they are looking at a little bit of a wind advisory today as well. So anywhere in the Brown, that's a wind advisory. So with those damp soils, once you get the wind, that can knock over trees, also causing some power outages as well. So we'll just be keeping an eye on that. For us today, we're not talking about any rain. We're going to start to see it clear out, actually see some sunshine by the afternoon. 62 in Custer, 63 Rapid City, 61 in Spearfish. Winds light out of the east, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, we do have a very slight chance of some rain pushing in both tomorrow and Wednesday, and then a big warm-up by the weekend. We'll look at that here in just a minute. But until then, on ya.
In local headlines this morning, today marks the beginning of a memorial in Pierre for former South Dakota Governor Walter Dale Miller. Governor Dennis Daugaard sharing his thoughts last week on the passing of a great man. Daugaard expressing his admiration for a man that helped bring South Dakota through some very difficult times, like the flooding of 1993, a penitentiary riot that ended without bloodshed, and a court ruling that suspended video lottery, which required Governor Miller to impose deep mid-year cuts to keep the state solvent.
When Walt ran for his own term in 1994, his campaign slogan was, "Cool in a crisis." It was the perfect slogan to describe a man who was perfectly suited to lead South Dakota during a very difficult time.
Former Governor Miller's funeral service has been set for this Wednesday, October 7th at the Calvary Lutheran Church on Sheridan Lake Road here in Rapid City. And National Fire Preparedness Month is now underway, and local organizations are making efforts to keep our communities safe. News Center 1's Erica Horvatine has the story.
The American Red Cross serving central and western South Dakota visiting Hill City today to install smoke alarms in residential homes and teach people fire safety. The Red Cross kicking off a home fire preparedness campaign for the month of October. They plan to travel to cities across South Dakota installing fire alarms and spreading awareness that fires are a significant danger. Rapid City recently saw a fatal fire. The home did not have a fire alarm or fire sprinkler, proving the importance of the Red Cross's campaign.
We want to get out in those communities, do something that's very simple, help save some lives, make a difference in people's lives.
Many homes have fire alarms installed, but the Red Cross wants to make sure they are effective.
What we find is we go into a lot of homes that when the batteries have started chirping, they've taken those batteries out, so there's no batteries in them. The batteries are expired, or the smoke detector is just not working at all.
Not only is it National Fire Preparedness Month, but the temperatures are dropping and winter is around the corner.
This is a perfect time. As everybody's starting to use their wood fireplaces, what a better time. As everybody's starting to turn on the heating systems and all of that's starting, we typically see a little spike in home fires this time of year and through the winter months, so we just want to try and get people prepared now.
Red Cross will be in Rapid City this week conducting conducting door-to-door visits, installing fire detectors for free. Contact your local fire department or the Red Cross to make appointments and prepare your home for the event of a fire. News Center 1, Erica Horvatine.
And finally, the 2015 Aspire Conference kicking off Sunday, a nonprofit creating educational opportunities. Mayor Allender opened the conference welcoming 160 educational professionals from the region to Rapid City. Aspire Incorporated works to increase educational and success opportunities for low-income and first-generation college students through advocacy, professional development, and legislative awareness. Programs coordinated by Aspire professionals in South Dakota include Upward Bound, Educational Talent Search, and TRIO Student Support Services. Through these programs, over 2,600 students each year are able to further their education.
There's still a large growing number of students who are not receiving education, who are not going, completing high school or going to college. And then looking at the actual achievement rates of college, people are not staying and finishing. And it's usually the students that we represent. So it's very imperative that we still work with these students and help them get their education, get opportunity to an education, and with the right support at the institution.
And still to come on News Center 1 today, Monica Davis shows us her newly learned fencing skills this morning. More on the local fencing club after the break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Mary Maids, please clean the kitchen and the cabinets and floors and the chairs. And I wish you could clean the dog. Colin is now feeding himself. Thanks, Megan.
Hi, Megan. No worries. We got it all cleaned up. Let's hope Colin gets past the spaghetti flinging stage soon. Till then, we've got you covered. See you next time. Mary Maids.
The new Legend Steakhouse at the historic Franklin Hotel.
Introducing the most advanced in adventure technology. Reality at your fingertips.
Get out.
Not virtual, but actual. Get ready to get out. Experience the new outdoor motorsports. Get out.
You're watching News Center 1 Today. Weather with meteorologist Louis Storrs.
Welcome back to News Center 1 Today. Good Monday morning, everyone. Hopefully you had a fantastic weekend. We're going to start to clear it out later on today. Still seeing some cooler temperatures this morning. 45 degrees right now in Hewlett. Mostly cloudy skies overhead. We're seeing a little bit of patchy fog this morning as well. So Custer, they're seeing some fog overhead. 44 degrees is where they're currently at. Winds light out of the south anywhere from about 3 miles per hour. We'll slowly see it out of the east, maybe about 5 to 10 miles per hour later on this afternoon. So this system, that's what kicked off all the rain and all the clouds. We're going to see high pressure slowly begin to build in later on today. That's what's going to clear out the skies. Then we're also watching this system right here. What that's going to do is kick off a few isolated to scattered showers as that slowly moves off to the northeast, pushing into tomorrow and Wednesday. Also, we're going to see a warm front develop. So over the next couple days, we're going to see our temperatures begin to rise. We could see 80s again by the weekend. So let's zoom in just a little bit closer to see exactly what we're talking about. Cloudy skies overhead this morning with some fog. By this afternoon, we're going to stop that at 4:30 p.m. Mostly sunny to partly sunny skies overhead. That's what's going to allow our temperatures to get up into the lower to mid 60s later on into the day. A few more clouds build in overnight, mostly cloudy skies. By tomorrow afternoon, we're going to see this warm front located just to our north. That's going to slowly begin dipping down to the south, and we could see some rain showers kick off along that front, pushing into Wednesday at 2 p.m. Again, you can see very, very isolated, very scattered, mostly sunny skies, but what this is going to do is allow our temperatures to get into the lower to mid 70s by Wednesday. So only in the 50s this weekend, 70s by Wednesday, and like I said, we could see some 80s by the weekend. We'll look at that in the 7-day forecast. For today, Rapid City will top out at 63 degrees with some morning fog and cloudy skies and slow clearing by the afternoon. Winds out of the east anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, we're going to see a low temperature in the 40s. We'll drop down to 46 in Rapid City. Mostly cloudy. Overall, a cool evening, but not too bad. For tomorrow, we're going to get our temperatures in the lower to mid 60s. 66 in Rapid City. A mix of sun and clouds. An isolated thunderstorm or two is possible, but it looks like most of those will be isolated into the southern hills. So anywhere south of Rapid City, you have the best chance. Other than that, it looks like we'll be seeing mostly sunny to partly sunny skies overhead. Your 7-day forecast is going to show temperatures right around really where we should be, at least pushing through this week. 66 tomorrow, 73 on Wednesday, 68 on Thursday, 72 on Friday. But then how about the weekend? Plenty of sunshine overhead. It's going to be a great weekend to get out and enjoy the hills. 78 for a high on Saturday. How about 80 degrees on Sunday? ClickBigDeals.com, the current offer. Get $20 at Rumors Coffee and Wine Bar for just $10. This is a big savings of 50%. Monica.
Thank you, Lewis. Well, everyone probably has a hobby or plays some kind of sport, but some are more unique than others. I had the opportunity to get a sneak peek at the fencing club. This is a group of people that practices and competes in Olympic-style fencing. I even got a few pointers myself. Take a look.
When I was strong enough, I dedicated my life to the study of fencing.
And a group here in the Black Hills is studying fencing as well.
The fencing club has been around since 2003 in this particular form. Jeff Magoo started it. He did a class for a group of homeschool students. They enjoyed it so much they decided they wanted to keep doing it.
Olympic fencing consists of using one of 3 weapons, the foil, saber, or epee, and the goal, of course, is to hit your opponent.
So it's a glorified game of tag is one of the ways I describe it. So you've got a weapon in your hand and you're just trying to touch them with that weapon. Every time you touch them, depending on the weapon and the rule set, you're either going to be awarded a touch or not.
You are wonderful. Thank you. I've worked hard to become so.
If you're looking for a new sport, fencing may be your fit.
It's very physically demanding, so it's very challenging, and if you really like to be mentally stimulated, like fencing, there's always 2 or 3 actions that could happen based on your one action. So there's always these different options that you can take, and playing with all those options is a lot of fun.
One of the good things is it's just unique. It's not something you see every day. And then there's a lot of tradition. There's a lot of history in terms of swordplay, and it's just cool to swing swords around. Everybody likes to do that.
Physical challenges, mental options, and traditions are all appealing, yes. But the bottom line?
I like hitting people with pointy metal sticks. That's always fun. It's a great stress reliever.
Later in the show, I'll tell you how you can get involved. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You don't really think about stability until you don't have it. Auto Owners Insurance has been safe, sound, and secure for over 90 years. That's stability you can count on. Contact your independent Auto Owners Insurance agent today. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
Black Hills Insurance Agency is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
You gonna eat that?
Welcome to High Country Guest Ranch,
where Western and Native American cultures unite.
Spacious log homes and camping cabins wait your arrival in the heart of the beautiful Black Hills. Close to Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse, it is the perfect place for your Black Hills vacation. The High Country Outdoor Theater is the summer home of Brûlée, the #1 Native American show in the country. The popular Circle B Chuck Wagon is serving up tasty cowboy dinners and Western harmonies. Come on out for an afternoon trail ride, an evening show, or spend the weekend with us. We'd love to have you.
Corey's Tire Factory Auto Service Centers don't make tires, but they do buy tires factory direct to save you money. Top brands like Goodyear, Michelin, and Bridgestone. And they service what you drive. You see, Corey's Tire Factory is locally owned, so there's no corporate fine print. Trust what you love to Corey's Tire Factory to fix those squeaks, leaks, clicks, clacks, lines, or whines the first time, every time. Guaranteed. Need tires or service? Go to Corey's Tire Factory, 1036 Campbell Street, Rapid City, and 1909 Fifth Avenue in Belle Fourche.
The research here at St. Jude is very important. It gave my daughter a second chance at life.
Because we have donors that believe in what we're doing, we can really move our research forward much faster.
St. Jude is working to drive the overall survival rate for childhood cancer to 90% in the next decade. And we won't stop until no child dies from cancer.
Because of you. Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Now, the making of a good compilation tape is a very subtle art, many do's and don'ts. First of all, you're using someone else's poetry to express how you feel. This is a delicate thing. You gotta kick it off with a killer to grab attention. Then you gotta take it up a notch. So then you gotta cool it off a notch. There are a lot of rules.
And that's John Cusack in the 2000 film High Fidelity talking about how to make the perfect mixtape.
Now, those of you who grew up in the 80s might fondly remember the art of the cassette mix and how a favorite tape would inevitably get tangled up in the car's cassette player.
Well, sometimes. Well, when the CD came along, we chucked those old cassette tapes, but not me. I still have a few left.
Oh, well, good for you.
But guess what, Lewis? They're back.
That's right. And last year, the National Audio Company sold more than 20 million tapes, the most in its history.
That's crazy. NBC's Kevin Tibble shows us what's behind the resurgence.
All this may sound like a racket to you, but it's music to the ears for the folks here at the National Audio Company.
We attribute our success, as I say often, to stubbornness and stupidity.
Stubborn because when many other cassette tape manufacturers surrendered in the battle with compact discs and digital music, National Audio cranked up the volume, literally. Lynn Pierce crisscrosses the shop floor hundreds of times a day, filling orders from around the world.
I wear out a lot of shoes.
You don't stop.
We're too busy to stop.
Why are consumers all of a sudden starting to listen to analog music cassettes again? National's Steve Stepp says it's the sound.
You'll hear the warmth and the presence in an analog recording that you will not hear in the digital recording.
So how old is all this stuff?
1970s. Almost new equipment by our standards.
He bought up everyone else's old equipment, brought it to their Springfield, Missouri HQ, and with chewing gum and binder twine, keeps it running.
I was a geek before there were geeks.
Robert Coverston and his team tore these machines apart to learn what makes them tick and click and clack. This one used to wrap cigarettes in the 1930s. Now it wraps cassettes. You can't learn this stuff in school.
No. You don't learn this in school. You learn this in the school of hard knocks.
And it is the young, up-and-coming independent musicians who are driving the newfound demand.
Cassette culture is kind of a reaction to digital streaming because digital streaming is so short-term, whereas a cassette is the exact opposite. It's tangible.
Rewinding the way we listen to music has fast-forwarded one company to the top of the charts. Kevin Tibble's NBC News, Springfield, Missouri.
And Lewis, that actually makes me miss my cassette tapes.
I wonder actually if that'll kind of take off. They said they sold the most of that. I wonder if it's going to keep on. You know, I don't have a lot of memories of tapes, but what I do remember is Dad, he would put on like a tape before we'd go to bed,
Yeah.
so we could listen to the story. And then you have to flip it over.
Oh yeah.
And I'd be too scared to get out of bed. So Dad, and you have to come over.
Are you
and
scared
flip.
of the monsters under your
You
bed?
never know what's out there. You never know what's under the bed.
Oh man, I lived on mixed tapes.
Did you?
We would wait for like our favorite song on the radio and then push play record.
Really?
And then jam out.
You're probably the
Cruise
queen
Main.
of mixtapes.
I was. I had so many. And they all had really fun nicknames too.
That was probably a lot of fun.
So we'll see if that takes off though, again. All right, almost 6:30 on your Monday morning, a live look outside as we go to break. And coming up, Lewis has your Monday forecast plus highlights from this weekend's events around Rapid City. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Spearfish is a focal point for tourism, is rich in history, arts and entertainment, and is a retail trade center. Visit these great downtown shops in Spearfish, South Dakota.
Sierra Design signs and banners are a great way to help grow your business, as well as another way to get your name out to the public. They offer custom, simple, and straightforward sign solutions at very competitive prices. Fireplaces, stoves, and more carries wood, pellet, and gas stoves and inserts, along with selling, installing, and servicing stoves and fireplaces. They also do regular cleaning and checking of all your fireplaces. Cafe 608 is a great neighborhood eatery serving delicious breakfast and lunch, incredible entrees and sandwiches with the perfectly paired breads and sauces. Try the 608 today. Are you ready to get inspired? At Hudson and Main, they will surprise even the most discerning tastes with their unique collection of decor, apparel, jewelry, vintage furniture, and chalk paint by Annie Sloan.
With Spearfish's resort-like natural setting, enjoy exploring downtown Spearfish and discover everything it has to offer for the whole family.
How much does it cost to buy marijuana in Rapid City today?
$20.
$25.
$50.
$100? Only $1. Kids can buy marijuana right now in Rapid City for as little as $1 to $5.
If you think your kids aren't doing drugs because they can't afford it, think again. Would you pass the drug test? Find out more at parenttest.org.
Life here in the middle is a lot like life in the Black Hills, full of warm families.
You three are going to start loving each other because that's what your mother wants, right? Is that what you want?
Loving marriages.
I don't care what other people think about me.
That's because you're dead inside. And fun stuff to do, like watching News Center 1.
Why are you watching 3 different TVs?
We can't agree on the volume.
You're going to love it here as much as we do.
The Middle, weekdays at 6:30 on News Center 1.
Coming up on News Center 1 today, Monica Davis is live with local rescuers conducting a full-scale training exercise. More from the Pennington County Emergency Management. Then, the Volunteer Center is hosting an expo this weekend. More details of how you can get involved with a local organization. And Louis Dortch gets out and about this week at the Pumpkin Patch in town, picking the perfect fall decor. Wednesday, September 30th, 2015.
You're watching News Center 1 Today with Anya Mueller, meteorologist Louis Dortch, and Monica Davis.
Good Monday morning, everyone. A live look outside of Rapid City. Thanks for joining us. I'm Anya Mueller.
I'm Louis Dortch. A little bit of fog out there this morning. Overall, not too bad. People already out getting ready to head off to work this morning.
That's right.
Kind of busy out there.
It is. They want to know how to dress, Louis.
I know. Now, would you believe it, Anya? Would you believe, can you think about what happened, what started 2 years ago
I do.
Today?
I remember. I remember it well.
You remember it well.
Yes.
Winter Storm Atlas. 2 years ago today now, I wasn't here. Actually, I came here about 2 weeks after. 2 weeks after Winter Storm Atlas hit. So I decided to come out here. I was keeping track of everything going on in Rapid City. But I can't believe that it's already been 2 years. It's moved by really fast.
It kind of has, but yes, I think everybody is more prepared now than ever after that. Mm-hmm. You know, because I know we have an emergency tote now.
Yeah, well, I just can't believe it's already been 2 years ago. We have a few pictures to jog that memory. In case you can't remember, this was up there in Spearfish. And you know, one of the things I noticed about this picture there is you can actually see the leaves are still orange and yellow
Yes.
on the
They hadn't
trees
fallen
there.
yet, Lewis.
Hadn't fallen yet. We're still in the middle of fall and already
was a hot
several
mess.
feet of snow. Another one showing just cars completely packed in. And then what about this one? I mean, you had snow, you know, several feet up. You're blocked in some areas, just covering doors. So yeah, that's just can't believe that. Time goes by really fast.
I know.
It goes by really fast. For today, we're not going to be looking at any snow though. So all right, no snow in the forecast. Rain's moved out. We're going to see temperatures in the 40s this morning. 49 Rapid City, 45 Mount Rushmore, 41 degrees in Deadwood. And then we're a little bit warmer as we head east of the Black Hills. There we are at 54 in Phillip. But overall, a cool morning. We'll clear the skies out as we get later on into the day. So cloudy skies this morning. By this afternoon, we're going to see our temperatures into the lower to mid 60s. Partly sunny skies to mostly sunny skies overhead. So it is going to shape up to be a pretty nice day here in the Black Hills. Your Monday planner is going to show 53 by 9 a.m., 61 by noon, 63 by 3 o'clock. Now, we do have a little bit of rain pushing in midweek, also much warmer temperatures by the weekend. We'll look at that here in just a minute.
All right, thank you, Lewis. And Monica Davis gave us a preview last week, and Rapid City got a taste of German culture at the Main Street Square's 4th annual Beer Bourse this weekend.
That's right. Organizers say the event was a success yet again. In fact, they say the festival drew record crowds for cold beer despite the rainy weather.
Beer Bourse featured a beer stock exchange, a homebrew demonstration and tasting, authentic German food, and live music by the Happy Wanderers.
The festival featured more than 60 beers from area brewers.
You know, despite a little rainfall, we've got a great crowd. People are down here. They're ready to experience some of the fall beers that we'll be having in the sampling area. They're really enjoying the stock exchange beverage garden with the Black Hills Beer Beverage Garden. And people, they're braving the weather. They're bundling up, and they're ready for a good time.
And it is hard to believe, but the holidays are just around the corner.
Can you believe that? I can't believe that. The volunteers bringing Christmas to the Rapid City area a bit early this weekend.
One Rapid City attraction says they're getting into the Christmas spirit. Storybook Island hanging Christmas lights throughout the park for their annual Christmas Nights in the Park.
They say the lights have to be ready for their annual Halloween event at the end of this month. Plus, the warmer weather makes it easier to work outside.
This gets us in the spirit, probably more in the spirit than we would like to be on October 3rd, but it's so much easier to hang the lights now than it is when it gets really, really cold.
And if you're interested in helping them out, they are still looking for more volunteers and continuing the project on October 10th. There you go, something for you to do, Luce.
Something for you, and you know what? I mean, it is cool. It's a very cool thing to go down there. And also head down to Storybook Island, support what's going on down there, because that is such a great attraction we have right here.
Keep it free.
Yeah, I know that we head down there with Heath and Mary Lou, and every time we go down there, Christina, she says, I wish we had something like this when I was a kid.
It's a nice facility to have in our area for free.
Exactly, and then especially when it's all lit up. Oh.
Super cool.
It's amazing. I can't believe we're already getting close
That's
to the
coming
holidays.
up soon, I know.
Fast.
And still to come, Lewis, I'm getting it done in the kitchen this morning.
Oh, that's good to hear. Do we get to taste what?
No. No, but your dogs do, okay? It's treats for the dogs. It's coming up in just a minute. We'll be right back.
Now through Thursday at Furniture Row, you'll find special deals throughout on many clearance and discontinued items, with savings up to 70% and 4 years interest-free financing. It's the multi-million-dollar Overstock Savings event only at Furniture Row.
I'm a fan of fan conventions. I'm a fan of releasing tension. I'm a fan of this plateau.
I'm a fan of things that go.
I'm a fan of things that shred.
And when it comes to sandwiches,
I'm a fan of ciabatta bread. I'm a fan of DQ.
I'm a fan of DQ Bakes.
3 new artisan-style sandwiches, like the chicken bacon ranch on ciabatta, chicken mozzarella on focaccia, and the turkey BLT served hot out of our new ovens only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food.
Focaccia.
Lean & Sons is dedicated to our employees, customers, community, and families.
What started out as Girls Club in 1965, Youth and Family Services has grown to become one of the most comprehensive and respected family development programs in western South Dakota. YFS serves more than 11,000 children and their families each year, encouraging them to go beyond the possible and discover their dreams through education, nutrition, advocacy, and prevention services. Find out how you can help support children and families in your community by visiting yfsfoundation.org or call 342-4195.
If you're looking to upgrade to a better night's sleep, look no further than Denver Mattress. Now through Thursday, save big on our Factory Direct Special Summit Queen Mattress, just $199. Better tomorrows start tonight at Denver Mattress, your adjustable bed headquarters.
You're watching News Center 1 Today. Weather with meteorologist Louis Storrs.
And welcome back to News Center 1 Today. Good Monday morning, everyone. 49. Don't know what I'm saying. 49 degrees at the Rapid City Regional Airport this morning. Mostly cloudy skies overhead. Winds light out of the south-southeast at about 5 miles per hour. Pine Ridge, we're also seeing mostly cloudy skies. A little bit warmer. 50 degrees. We're going to see the clouds this morning. Also a little bit of patchy fog around the hills as well. Just a 1/4 mile visibility in Custer, just 1.5 miles in Hewlett, 8 miles in Spearfish. Starting to see a little bit of fog build in Rapid City as well, just 5 miles of visibility. This is going to stick with us during the morning time. By late morning in the afternoon, we'll slowly start to burn that off. We're also going to warm the temperatures up as we get later on into the week. So 62 degrees by 3:30 p.m. this afternoon. So overall, another day with temperatures below normal. By tomorrow, we're going to warm our temperatures up to right around where they should be for this time of year. 65 in Rapid City, 65 in Fargo. We'll be at 70 in Denver, 68 in Billings. We're going to see 70s, though, as we push into Wednesday. And let's take a look at that right now. So this system, this low-pressure system, that's what kicked off the clouds and the rain showers over the weekend. That's going to move off to the northeast, clearing out the skies by this afternoon. Mostly sunny skies overhead. For tonight, we'll see a few more clouds build in. Then by tomorrow, again, we'll see some sunny skies overhead. Some of these showers do have the potential of making their way into the southern counties. So they're in Fall River County, also around Hot Springs, Angostura, anywhere down there, you have a chance of seeing an isolated rain shower or thunderstorm. That's a very, very slight chance. And then we're going to keep an eye on this warm front. That's going to slowly push down from the south. That's going to kick off warmer temperatures by Wednesday. Also, a few isolated rain showers could kick off along this front as well. But we're going to see temperatures in the 50s this weekend. We're talking about 70s by Wednesday, 80s by the weekend. We'll look at that in the 7-day forecast. For today, we'll be at 61 in Spearfish, 61 also in Buffalo, 62 in Custer, 71 degrees in Pine Ridge. Winds out of the east anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, we'll cool it down to a low temperature of 46 degrees in Rapid City. Overall, a cool evening. Once again, those winds light out of the east, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, a bit more sunshine and with a mix of sun and clouds. A slight chance of a thunderstorm is possible. But like I said, most of those will be located in the southern hills. The 7-day forecast is going to show temperatures right around where we should be. 73 on Wednesday, 68 Thursday, 72 on Friday. Then how about the weekend? Plenty of sunshine overhead. We're looking at temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s. 78 on Saturday, 80 on Sunday. ClickBigDeals.com. The current offer. Get $20 at Rumors Coffee and Wine Bar for just $10. This right here is a big savings of 50%. Might have to head down there after the show and give me some coffee on you.
Yeah, sounds good. And of course, fall brings out all the pumpkin lovers.
That's right.
Louis, but what about a root vegetable that's packed with nutrition? I'm talking about the sweet potato.
Ooh,
sweet
put a
potato.
little marshmallows on top of them?
No, not this time. But today I'll show you how to slice up some nutritious treats for your pup. Take a look. Hey you guys, it's fall and that means we're doing a little bit more baking in the kitchen. So today we are making homemade sweet potato dog treats. They're kind of like chews for the dog, so I have invited my corgi, Rocky James, to co-host along with me. So this recipe is completely and utterly simple. All you're gonna need is some sweet potatoes, some olive oil, and some cinnamon. To get these started, you're gonna preheat your oven to 250 degrees. Then you're gonna slice your sweet potatoes into long strips about a 1/4 inch thick. So then you're going to toss your sweet potato slices in a large bowl with the olive oil. Then place on a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper or foil. Then you're going to sprinkle with cinnamon and then bake about 90 minutes each on each side. Then you're going to allow these to cool before you feed them to your pup. And you can keep these safe to eat in the refrigerator for about 3 weeks.
Give it a taste test there, pal. There you go. Well.
And Rocky loves them, Lewis.
Look at him. He's just chowing down on him there.
Town, I know.
Just chowing down on him there. Those actually, you could, it seems like I could eat those.
You could eat
right?
them. You could. I would suggest not baking them as long because they get really tough.
That's why they'd be a chew.
Yes.
Like I said, I like mine a little mashed, and then you put some butter and marshmallows on
Yeah,
them.
I like brown sugar on mine.
Brown sugar.
That's good too.
Now I'm hungry.
And they're packed with nutrition, so that's good. That's good too.
That is for the dog, but until for us, when you throw the marshmallow butter on, then it makes
Then it gets a little sketchy
right
in
on
there.
the edge there.
That's true. All right. As we go to break now, a live look outside, and still to come on News Center 1 Today, consumer headlines on the way next. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
This is the definition of my life.
Wake up in your first home. Wake up in a home with a new address. Wake up in a home with no address. Your dream home evolves, and protecting it takes committed support. American Family Insurance.
Menards has the sale that lets you save big on over 65,000 items. So get ready, get set, and save with an 11% rebate on everything. Hurry in and save big, because now is the perfect time to save on all of your projects with an 11% rebate on everything, including sale prices. That's savings on top of savings. Get everything you need with an 11% rebate going on now.
See VeggieTales like you've never seen it before, live and in person. Little kids do big things. Meet Bob and Larry and the entire VeggieTales crew. It's really a big show with all your favorite veggie songs. November 1st, 1 and 4:30 p.m. Rushmore Plaza Civic Center. VeggieTales Live. Little kids do big things. Get tickets online at gotmine.com, the Civic Center box office, or the Silverado Franklin. For show information, visit VeggieTales.com/live.
It's the grand opening at Simply Sleep Better, where you'll find great savings on just the right mattress. Through Monday, get a queen-size Simmons Beauty Sleep Plush Euro Top mattress set for just $3.99. Or experience recharging sleep on a Beauty Rest queen-size mattress set with air-cool foam and gel touch foam for only $5.99. Plus, through Monday, get 2 years no interest and a free 7-night vacation for 2 at your choice of locations in the United States or the world with a minimum purchase. Better prices, better advice. Simply Sleep Better. Now at 2 locations by Rushmore Crossing and on Mount Rushmore Road, Rapid City.
Hey moms, has your husband been debolded? Rebold your man with Papa Murphy's new Buffalo Chicken Pizza, featuring the bold taste of Frank's Red Hot Sauce. Home bake a large for just $11. Fresh made, fresh baked. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
And welcome back to News Center 1 Today. Here's a look at consumer headlines for the week ahead. Some of Apple's iOS 9 users are getting higher bills. If you're one of them, here's why. Failing to turn off a default setting in Apple's new iOS 9 software may cost you more green if you don't have an unlimited data plan. Watch out for what's called Wi-Fi Assist. It automatically allows your phone to download data via your cellular plan when Wi-Fi coverage is weak. But if your phone plan doesn't have unlimited data, that can lead to a higher bill. You can turn off Wi-Fi Assist by going to Settings, then Cellular, and scrolling down to the bottom. And if you want to win a trip to the Super Bowl, listen up. Come up with a bright idea on how technology can make the NFL better at the game, on the field, or in the living room, and you just might win. Microsoft is inviting NFL fans to share their ideas on how technology can make the NFL more efficient, more competitive, and more entertaining. Fans have until December 1st to submit their game-changing concepts online. To enter your idea, just log on to imagebowl.com. The 3 best ideas will score a trip to Super Bowl 50, and the best of the best will also win $50,000. And for those of you interested in saving some money this Thanksgiving, there's something you better plan on doing by tomorrow or at least by the end of the week. Details now from NBC's Chris Clackham.
If looking to make Thanksgiving dinner this year and you have to fly to get there, your best day to book a flight at the lowest price is this Tuesday, October 6th.
This early week in October is when prices are dipping the most before they head back up as we get close to the holidays.
According to the annual Orbitz Holiday Insider Survey, this entire week is the best opportunity to get the best bargains for all holiday flights.
Book your holiday airfare sooner than later because once you hit mid-October, you're only going to see those prices continue to rise.
Orbitz editor Janine Tornatore says the best day to book airfare for flying around Christmas is this Friday, October 9th, and for New Year's Eve, it's Saturday. Orbitz bases its projections on holidays past and says travelers are already in line to find cheaper flights with airfares 9% lower than last year. Chris Clackham, NBC News.
And still to come on News Center 1 today, Monica Davis is telling us more about her fencing experience just after the break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Come to McDonald's for a real breakfast freshly made in our kitchen, like the melt-in-your-mouth classic Egg McMuffin.
When computer problems knock at your door, call the place you can afford. Affordable Computing Solutions.
Don't take matters into your own hands. Bring it down to Affordable Computing Solutions, where we specialize in virus removal and data recovery. Come visit us at 302 East Boulevard North or call 605-343-3747 today.
It's on the go. Affordable Computing Solutions. Oh, yeah.
My name is Dave Piercy. I'm air traffic controller here at Rapid City Regional Airport, and I love my church.
My name is Ashley. I'm a student at University Center Rapid City. I love my church.
I'm Steve, and I'm a mechanic at Black Hills Harley-Davidson, and I love my church.
Our mission is simple. We want to show people who Jesus is. My name is David, and I'm the lead pastor of Fountain Springs Community Church, and I love my church.
Throughout the history of live television, there's never been an event as big as this.
Undateable is going live.
I'm gonna live tweet that it's on. Send! There it is!
They did it once and it was a hit.
Thank you.
Now they're doing it all season long, starting with a 1-hour premiere.
Do I feel a hug coming on? Ooh, let's do a reverse Oreo.
Oh, that's when the chocolate's on the inside. Undateable Live starts Friday on NBC.
Welcome back. Monica Davis joins us live in studio this
Hello,
morning.
Monica. Hello.
As she is getting in touch with her medieval side with the fencing club.
That's right. Earlier in the show, I showed you a little bit about my fencing experience. And the Black Hills Fencing Club is a club that focuses on Olympic-style fencing and meets once a week to sharpen their skills. Instructor Alan Anderson even showed me the basics of holding the saber and getting used to footwork. Anderson said that fencing is, in short, a glorified game of tag, being that the main goal is to hit your opponent to be awarded points. So if you're interested in a mentally stimulating sport, beginning classes are being held soon.
They can expect to have fun, for one. We're a very laid-back kind of club, and so I tell people to show up, check us out, make sure it's something they want to be involved in. That first class is no obligation. The cost is $90 if you decide to take the class, but I don't want people to show up thinking that they're going to have to pay that $90. I want them to show up, see it, make sure it is what they think it is, and decide they want to be involved.
The beginners class is this Thursday, October 8th in the multi-purpose room of the Rapid City Aquatic Center.
So, Monica, how was it?
Yeah, how'd you do?
I kind of had a crash course, so I can't really even say that I'm a true fencer, but I think what shocked me most is you hold it with your thumb and your middle finger, and it's all just wrist work. So I was kind of shocked that you didn't just grab it and go for
so you gotta like pump up your wrists a little bit.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Popeye style.
Some strong wrists in there.
I like it, and I liked in the story that you ran earlier also about because what was it, The Princess Bride? That's I love that movie, and that fencing. I mean, what does he say? What does he say? He's like, "Hello, my name is Montoya. Because my father prepared to die." Yeah, I love that
your
movie.
Impression, I gotta say.
Line.
But didn't you fence last year, Lewis?
I did. I tried some fencing myself. I didn't do very good.
Better than me.
I don't know. I got hit a lot. It's you could say if it was a game of tag, I lost.
I feel like it's harder than it looks, maybe. Is that true?
It is definitely one of those things.
But if you are interested in it, that's good to know that beginner classes are starting up here very soon.
This Thursday, the Aquatic Center.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Monica. So if you all want to head down there, learn how to fence, that would be a perfect time. Now stay with us. We'll take one final look at that 7-day forecast. A big warm-up, also a little bit of rain. You can see later on this week. It's all right, not too bad though. We'll take a look at that. You're watching News Center 1 Today. We'll be right back. There you are, Monica.
Get it, get it.
I don't really know. Oh, that's a good price. Seriously? I'll grab 2.
Get ready to save.
Love Honey Nut Cheerios.
The Safeway stock-up sale is on. Now with your club card, boneless, skinless chicken breast, $1.69 a pound. General Mills cereals, $1.49 each, limit 4. And Yoplait yogurt, 3 for $1, limit 12.
Honey, can you bring the truck?
The Safeway stock-up sale, it's just better.
Black Hills Barbecue would like to invite you to 2060 West Main Street in Rapid City, South Dakota.
We smoke our meats low and slow on our smoker right outside. Come on down to Black Hills Barbecue and try our delicious ribs, succulent brisket, our smoked pulled pork, amazing smoked ribeyes, all of our sides, desserts, and our wonderful smoked prime rib on Saturdays.
Visit us Sunday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Fridays and Saturdays, we're open until 10.
Come as a customer.
Enjoy our staff and leave as family.
Don't miss the multi-million-dollar Overstock Savings event going on now at Furniture Row. Now through Thursday, find special savings throughout on many clearance and discontinued items. Savings of 30, 50, even 60% while supplies last. Plus, outdoor living is marked down to our lowest prices of the year with savings up to 70%. And enjoy 4 years interest-free financing. It's the multi-million-dollar Overstock Savings event only at Furniture Row.
Anytime, any size. Only 99 cents. Fountain drinks at Common Sense. Ice cold refreshment. Up to 52 gigantic ounces. Only 99 cents. Pick your favorite soda and pick your favorite size. It's only 99 cents. And you can even add one of our flavor shots to make your fountain drink uniquely yours. Ice cold refreshment in your choice of flavors and your choice of size. You're living the dream. Anytime, any size. Your choice of fountain drink soda. Only 99 cents. Refreshment is yours at Common Sense.
Good morning. Coming up on a Monday here on Today, Al is on the ground in South Carolina where the situation is dire as deadly rains leave cities and towns completely underwater. And I'll talk to South Carolina's Governor Nikki Haley. Then a possible new lead in the search for that cargo ship that vanished out at sea carrying 28 Americans as more clues are found floating in the ocean. And Savannah's up in New Hampshire for a special town hall meeting with Hillary Clinton. It's a morning of pancakes and politics. When we get started on a Monday morning, a special split edition of Today.
Thank you, Matt. And here's one the internet just cannot get enough of.
That's right, all right. Get this. A family in Monrovia, California have their 20-pound French bulldog to thank for ridding their house of bears, and it was all caught on camera.
On Friday, 2 bears wandered onto the property when the family guard dog confronted them.
Being outnumbered didn't deter the bulldog as it quickly went after the bears and scared them off the property. Look at that little guy. He is a tough puppy.
I'm impressed.
Yeah,
he needs to teach Gidget some tricks.
you don't think your dog would do it?
Oh,
what do you
I
have a Pomeranian, right?
Yes,
so it is.
yes,
okay.
I do. I think she'd get it.
Look, that dog's not having. There it is.
I saw this video last night and it kind of blew my mind. I think my dog would, though. My dog's a good like, barker. Yeah, he would. But I don't know, like the bear, that's like a little snack for the bears, though, don't you? Like the dog would be.
You know what?
That looks like a little bit. Oh, there he goes.
Oh. Get him, get him.
You know, they're probably like snakes. They're just as scared of us as we are of them.
I would love to see that.
I know.
That would be so funny to see a little baby bear, but you kind of think like, wouldn't you be a little scared for your dog?
Oh yeah,
I
for
would
sure. Like I said, just a little snack for those bears. You don't know
Just a
what they're
little
gonna
tater
do. They're wild animals.
I know. That is pretty cool. That's pretty funny. What does your weather look like for today, guys? Well, we're looking at temperatures at 53 by 9 a.m., dealing with a little patchy fog this morning, 61 by noon, 63 by 3 o'clock. We're going to see cloudy skies and then slow clearing. We'll be under partly sunny to mostly sunny skies by the afternoon. The 7-day forecast is going to show temperatures right around where we should be. Pushing through the week, maybe a slight chance of a thunderstorm and rain shower on Tuesday and Wednesday, then mostly sunny skies, 68 Tuesday, 72 Friday. How about upper 70s to lower 80s by the weekend? That's all the time we have here. Thank you for joining us on this Monday morning.
That's right. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Have a great day, everyone. Bears!